All right, there's the southern monument. Slowly leaving. Laguna Mountains in the distance. Friend Alan. Ooh. Good morning. My name is Eddie. Welcome to Wilson's Epic Adventures. This is day one on the PCT. I just left the southern monument. Now heading down to the border wall to put my hand through the wall to touch Mexico. So left from Spokane last night or yesterday morning, and then flew into San Diego and took a bus to Old Town, and then caught the PCT Southern Terminus shuttle to Camp Locket. Stayed there overnight. It was rainy, really heavy rain. I had originally set my tent up, and since I hadn't set it up in a couple years, it kind of needed to stretch out, and it's a trekking pole tent. And once I set it up, I just kind of didn't put anything in it, and I was going to go back and readjust it, but it rained real heavy, and when I went to go back to adjust it, it had fallen over and got water in it. So let it dry at Camp Locket. I'm gonna go pick it up here in a minute. But yeah, made it to the border wall. Let's see the monument. It's nice because it's concrete through here. See the border wall. Okay, this time, well, put my trekking poles down. This time I'm touching Mexico. All right. First view, looking south. There. I guess I'm looking north from the PCT. All right. I'll walk the trail and get going. Let's see how far I make it today. Goal is to make it at least 15 miles, maybe 17. See how we do. The trail's really muddy. This isn't the trail, but this is a road. Give you a hint how muddy it is. This all happened last couple days, so it's pretty muddy on foot. So just walking down to the first section of the trail. Just a little bit of mud. Yeah. All right, first section of trail to start. So the trail's has a little bit of rut out parts, but it's not too muddy. But you can definitely see the storms last night, the damage we've done. So I'm hiking with one of my childhood friends. His name's Alan. I've known him since before I was school age, probably like 3 or 4 years old, probably met him. And we grew up together. We went to the same schools in the city of Spokane, and then later on out in Otis Orchards, where I grew up near the state line of Washington and Idaho. And we had wood shop together and went to the same high school and all that, and graduated. But I hadn't seen him in, gosh, probably 35 years. And I'd made a video of one of the local hikes I did, and then I made one of my first PCT announcements of I was leaving today on March 7th. And just how ironically that he also had a permit for the same day on March 7th. And he contacted me through Facebook, and we started doing a couple hikes. But anyways, we're doing this thing together. He's actually up ahead. Just don't know, probably like half a mile. But yeah, we're planning to keep hiking together, see how we do, and see how far we make it. Pretty excited to have someone I'm starting with. Last time I did the hike was in 2023, where I started on March 23rd and started by myself. So here it's kind of nice having familiar faces. At Camp Locket or Cleef, the people there was it Papa Bear, Just Paul, One Speed. I've all originally met in 23, so it's kind of nice meeting those guys again too. And ironically, it's kind of the similar situations with how it looks around here. I mean, that day it rained, and I didn't leave till 11, so here it's 8 o'clock, and I'm already out on trail hiking, so I'm not going to make more than 10 miles, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But today's goal is to hike to Hauser Creek. I ideally really would like to be above it, but we'll see where that takes us. So flip it around. This is my view. Like, so you kind of see, I don't know, it won't show up on camera, but the Laguna Mountains are all covered in snow. You can see that big peak in front of you. That's Hauser, that's Lake Marina Butte. And just below that butte right there is where the PCT will cross. It's about 17-mile marker. It's only 6 miles if you drive a car up to Lake Marina. It's 20 miles if you hike the PCT. So the trail meanders and it will go to the west, way over, and it just does its thing. But that's called Castle Rock, those precarious rocks, some power lines. But we'll see how today goes, and I'll get back to you when I have something interesting. All right, talk to you later. All right, coming up to the road crossing. Kind of see a little bit of mud. But not too bad. Slowly pan around here. Up on the hill. Let's see, focus in. That's the monuments up on top of that little clearing. So we'll pan back. And we'll slowly walk back around. See our border wall. And this is where the trail will resume. Little mud puddle. This reminds me of Eastern Washington with the sage and all the little scrub. But California has its little flair of cactuses and other things. Like, I think that's a century plant where they bloom and get these long flowers, and then they suddenly die out after years of being alive. This is a lot like Eastern Washington, just the feel of it, the sage and all that. So it's always looks familiar through Southern California in the desert section to me. But today, even though it might be overcast, it's still going to be a good day, because any bad day on trail is better than any good day at work, I'll tell you that. All right, made it to Camp Locket. All right, doing the road walk around the, I don't know what these buildings are, abandoned buildings, but it's the road walk. Going a full circle here. Camp Locket's right over there. See some of the old structures, but not much. It's like a cement building. These might have been part of it. It's hard to say. Another crumbling building over here. And I'm heading just up there where the PCT joins the trail. So I was leaving Camp Locket. Got past the mile marker. There's a whole bunch of day hikers that showed up at the same time, so I didn't film there. But got a phone call that I had left my electronics at Camp Locket, so the trail met the road is where I met Just Paul, who dropped off my electronics. Thank you, Paul. So Paul's saved the day. Just Paul. Hopefully I'll see him later down the trail. But yeah, so it's about 10 o'clock. I'm about 2 hours ahead of when last time I hiked. So still on track to make it to the top of the climb there, going up out of Hauser Canyon, Hauser Creek. So, and that's it. If I have anything else exciting, I'll let you know. But just doing the little road walk. Here is where the trail comes back. Where it says, private property, no trespassing, except Pacific Crest Trails users. And another sign and back on the trail. I just want to say this hike would not be possible without people around me, my family. And I'd like to say thank you to my wife Wendy. If it wasn't for her, this would not be possible. I wish I could be here, but she had fallen and hurt her knee last year and was unable to hike. Last year, I actually had a permit to start on April 1st, but Wendy had fallen a few months prior and hurt her knee and just was unable to hike, to where she's going to have knee replacement surgery here in May. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed I don't have her with me because I miss her, but just wanted to say thank you to my wife. I like these little rock paths lined up with the rocks. Makes it look good. Let's give an actual view. Can you see everything? See some old buildings at Camp Locket. And then, I don't know if we can see it in the video, but back there's the border wall. All right, let's get back to hiking. That is Campo, California. And that's like the railway museum and everything. And over here, a little white thing, that's the rest of the green store. So just heading back on trail. First road crossing. Gotta get across that one. Yeah, the first road crossing. Mind you, always look for traffic when you cross the road. Just don't maybe hike out in front of them. This is mile 2.7. This is the first water you'll come up if you're hiking on the trail. This is Campo Creek. You can see it's flowing really well. And there's a nice little footpath that goes over it. So, mile 2.7 has water. I like this mossy rock. Remember this from 2023 when I hiked. It's a cool rock. This is the first of many pipe gates on a trail. But this one's not usable. It was the gate for the railroad. Kind of reminds you at home. Anything with a circle out in the woods gets shot at. All right, 3 miles are down. Crossing the train tracks. You probably see this on everyone's video, so this is mile 3. Crossing the train tracks that go into Campo. Probably was a fire here quite a while ago, but I just wanted to show this is my second gate. So, and probably the first place I could fall off and maybe get hurt. So this is just past mile 3. This is mile 4.4. The water is flowing. Got the little waterfall going back there. It's going across the trail good. So water 4.4. It's good. Last time I crossed this creek, I didn't make it across and fell. So it feels good to make it across and not fall. All right, I gotta get some water. All right, just a little bit of breeze up here, but this is my first kind of big view I have, other than when I first started. Can't really see. You can see the rocks up on the hill. That's Castle Rock. PCT, if you see the power lines, it's on the other side of that hill. So that's where we started. The valley over there, that's Campo. And then the trail, you can kind of see train tracks way down there. But the trail came over that hill. You can kind of see parts of it. And then it just kind of meandered down, and then it just switched back all the way up to here. And this is just a little over 6 miles. And we'll slowly walk to this side. You can see there's a ranch, and then you kind of see where we're heading to. So, yeah, the hills up over here. We'll zoom in. Boom. That's the Laguna Mountains. So I believe that's up in the clouds there. That's Mount Laguna. That's this morning. That was all white. So looks like it's melting off. I'm seeing the trees now. So that's a good sign. I'm hopefully it'll melt down a little bit. I don't know how much they got last night, but last night was a pretty good storm that came through. It's supposed to rain today a little bit, but it hasn't rained. It's actually kind of been partly cloudy and a little breezy, and been nice. I guess it's mostly cloudy. That's what the sky looks like. You can see some blue. Overall, it's a good day. I'm feeling really good. I've walked a total of 7.5 miles so far. I'm almost on for the trail. I'm almost up to the 6.6 mile marker. I've been seeing little bits of water, but just stuff that will probably dry up within a day or so. So I haven't really reported it, but I'm going to see if there's water at mile 6.6. I've got a feeling there is, so we'll see what there is. This is the trail. You're thinking the trail is all nice and neat and doesn't have any scrub on it. You're wrong. This is going to be an off year because they don't have as much help for doing trail maintenance. See, another area that has water, but this won't last more than tomorrow, maybe the next day. It's crazy. I just rounded a corner back there that I remember in 2023 it was still washed out, that we had to take rocks across because it's a huge water crossing, kind of deep, not even any trace of water there. So it's crazy. Well, see if I can find more water here at 6.6 marker. We'll see. Mile 6.6. Actually, my 6.4. Mile 6.4 here. You kind of see some water over there. It's kind of like traces of water around mile 6.6. You can see it flowing down. I don't know how long it's going to last. It's kind of sketchy in some areas, but it'll probably be dry within like a day or so. So it's not really flowing that much. So if it lasts longer, well, that's a good thing. But that's my report on it on March 7th. I don't know who put this here, but that looks pretty cool if you ask me. This is mile 7.3. Cool little crack in the rocks with the trail. Is some bits of trickle coming down the crack here, but again, this will probably be dried up within the next couple days. Kind of see it down here, but there is water, but this stuff's not reliable. I wouldn't step up. probably 10 feet down, maybe 20 feet. But down there is even farther. Probably not a good place to fall off, especially when this is the trail. Stopping right here. Notice there's, I don't know if you can see it, let's zoom in. Some windmills on the hill in the far distance. We don't go over them. Another unreliable water source. But there's a tiny one here. This is mile 7.4. It's an unreliable water source, but it'll be flowing, looks like, maybe a day or two. But there is water at 7.4. I just wouldn't count on this water to be here, even if I was coming tomorrow. So, but there's a trickle. I mean, looks like it's running in the video, but it's just the wind blowing. These guys are hard to see on video. Well, I made it to the top of the hill. I believe this is around 9 miles on the PCT. I'm gonna get a good view of it. That, my friends, is snow. That is snow. I knew it was cold last night and we had a lot of, heavy rain, but I didn't realize it snowed. I mean, we're not much higher than Campo. Let's take a look. Here we are, 9.4 miles in. So we're just doing that almost to the 10-mile marker. In 2023, this was a cool little waterfall. Came down the crack of the rock onto the trail. There's some moisture in it, but not exactly like it was in 2023. When it was kind of a cool little feature around the 10-mile marker. All right. 10 miles. I've gone 10 miles on the PCT. All right. In 2023, this was my campsite at mile 11.2 under this rock in the manzanita tree. And I put my triplex here, and this was end of my day one. I'm heading to Hauser Creek, but yeah, I thought that was cool to run into this place, bring back a memory of 2023. Well, there was my first gate. I didn't exactly fit through it because it only opened a little bit, so I just kind of had to force my way through it. It was quite the squeeze. But anyways, I don't know how far I am. Near mile 12, I think it is. But anyways, I'll chat to you later. Bye. These are cool looking rocks. That is pretty cool. Okay, made it down to mile 14. This is the button here at Hauser Creek. So, it's a safety button. It's kind of self-explanatory. But just have a mile left. It's 6 o'clock at night. Just had a huge rainstorm come through. So I'm just walking the last mile to camp at Hauser Creek. For dinner, I'm having chicken pho and then some electrolytes. Alright, well, made it down to Hauser Creek, mile 15.5. Gonna have some dinner and then hike out in the morning to Lake Marina. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe. Alright, have a good night.